All right, so now that we talked about one good guard pass from closed guard, let's talk about open guard. And remember, the main key of this is so you have at least one thing to do, one sort of concentration from each position, so you have some sort of confidence and end goal from every position that you may end up in. So we got that one for closed guard. Let's look at open guard. So let's have you right here. So open guard, right? He might be in a few different positions. One, let's go ahead and have you sit up. Let's say he's attacking you with butterfly guard like this, right? Always put them on their back from here, right? Especially when we're learning jiu-jitsu at first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap under his legs and flip him up, just like that. So let's do it from a side angle. Butterfly guard, we're right here. He might be trying to attack you and scoot into you. What you're going to do is just pick him up and put him on his back, right here. It's much better to fight him here with his chest on the ground, or with his back on the ground and his shoulders flat, than fighting him up here where he's got all of his tools, right, to fight me. I want to get his upper body further away from me. If he happens to be playing you in a sort of like side half guard type thing right here, he's already got his shoulder blades back a little bit further, so I don't have to worry about this one as much. So like I said, whenever we pass guard, we focus on the hips before the upper body, okay? So I'm gonna pull him back here. What I'm going to do here with both hands on the knees, I'm gonna slide one hand down to the hip, keeping my elbow inside his thigh the whole time. I'm going to then push this knee to the ground. And you notice I'm on my toes here. My entire upper body is on my hands, kind of like in a push-up. And what I mean by that is all my weight is on him. I have very little weight on my toes. And then I'm going to slide in a circle till I'm perpendicular to my partner. I'm going to push his leg, collide with my chest, and get into a side control here. Okay? Yeah, I can do that. So, here, I'm going to slide one hand down to the hip, right here, keeping my elbow inside his thigh. I'm going to push the other knee to the ground. Okay? I'm going to rotate my legs until I'm perpendicular. I'm going to push and collide. Okay? Let me have your head facing that way. We go over this one more time. I put him on his back. Hands are on the knees. Slide one hand to the hip. Keep that knee kind of in right here. He's going to want to get this leg past your arm, so I need that elbow firm against his thigh like this. I'm going to push this knee to the ground, get perpendicular, okay? Now, I'm not pulling his leg. I'm keeping a stiff arm, and I kind of use my upper body to push him away. Boom. I collide with my chest to turn him away from me. Remember, as he's turned away from me, his tools to fight me are over here, where my tools to fight him are facing him. This is better for me. So when you finish this, this is kind of what it looks like. I'm here fighting him, hand on the hip, boom, here into a good side control. Let me cover a few things that I tend to see in new students. Is one, when you put your hand and you get here, you don't get to full side, like to the side. You try to stay here, and then you push them, and then you're not at that good angle. Try and keep this knee up for me. So as I put them down, you see I need to be all the way perpendicular. I need to keep my elbow against here so he can't get his leg around me. See how I'm at like a 90-degree angle to him? Do not complete this move until you get to the 90-degree angle, okay? And then as you push, bam. Another thing I see all the time is you get here and you get on your knees. That lets up so much pressure on him, right? You need to be on your toes the whole time. Pushing, like driving forward, like you're a football player, pushing into him, right? So that way, when you do this move, he's feeling you the whole time. The whole time I'm on my toes, until I get to here, right? But when you're doing that entire move, toes, pressure, right? Boom, collide with that chest to roll him up like that, okay? The last thing I see is that you don't roll him. You kind of get here, you get to here, that leaves an opening for him to re-guard, okay? What I want you to do is as you push him through, you push him until you collide here, right? You see I'm always getting that contact, so there's no opportunity for him to re-guard, face you, or to give you too much of a defense.